What's up, everybody? I'm Dave, the host of the Military Millionaire podcast and this community. And if you haven't been following along, I joined Ryan Dossey's program CCF, or Create Cash Flow, about 6-7 months ago, and I've had some pretty good success with it. In fact, I've made like $40,000 in assignment fees from wholesale deals and wholesale deals, as well as buying a property. And then now we leased a hotel and bought another 39 units that are under contract, so total like 79 doors. So it's been kind of crazy. But I wanted to do a review of the Create Cash Flow program because I get asked about it a lot. And a lot of you have been asking what I think of it, and a lot of people have been asking what's in the program. And so I wanted to do this video so that I can kind of point people towards this or towards the blog posts that I'm also writing in order to really answer those questions in more detail without having to go like this on my phone for 20 minutes to answer the question every time somebody asks me. So I hope that makes sense, but I want to dig in and talk about Ryan's Create Cash Flow program right now. It had always been my plan to focus on building out my real estate systems when I got within about 12 months of leaving active duty. Now, the thing is that I hadn't really figured out yet what those systems were going to be or whose systems to implement. Now, there are gurus all over the place talking about how rich their programs are and how to get rich with their programs and whatever, but who knows whether to believe them or not. So I knew that I needed systems to scale my business, but I had no idea what systems to build out because I'm just not the personality that does well with building systems so much as like figuring out things to do and then having other people help build out the systems. So I knew that I would find a lot more success plugging into somebody else's existing systems rather than trying to recreate the wheel on my own. Luckily for me, Ryan Dossey and I linked up in person to film some YouTube videos, which I'll link to down below in the comments on both my channel and his, before he moved from San Diego to Pensacola. By the end of the day, I had decided that Ryan had the systems I was looking for, and I decided to give it a shot because, unlike some real estate coaches out there, Ryan is a genuine, down-to-earth dude who I would do business with any day, right? So he's not the guru type. All right, the first thing you'll notice when you get into this program is that it's built out with a 12-week business startup program. And the structure of Ryan's coaching program is broken into 12 weeks of easily digestible videos and tasks. I could not have asked for a better soup-to-nuts breakdown of how to build an off-market deal-finding machine. Every week you get 4 to 5 short videos, usually under 10 minutes, walking you through simple, actionable steps that you need to take that week. Now, the key here is that you actually have to take those steps. You can't just watch the videos and then expect stuff to happen. Like, they're not going to do it for you, but they make it easy to follow. Now, the last video of each week is a short wrap-up that reiterates your next steps for that week. And I thought this 12-week curriculum was done very well. It flowed at the perfect pace, and I was able to easily accomplish most tasks before the beginning of next week. And keep in mind, I have a pretty rigorous work schedule with being active duty Marine Corps and working somewhere with no cell phone access, and then also still trying to run a platform and everything else. So by the end of this 12-week process, you'll have named your brand, had your logo designed, built a Carrot website, Facebook, Google My Business, and other platforms, set up your RE Simply CRM to include various phone numbers to identify if your leads come from direct mail, website, business card, and online advertising. You hire a call center, which I use Call Porter, which is one of Ryan's businesses, and they'll handle your inbound calls. You'll have ordered your first batch of Ballpoint Marketing direct mailers and even gotten reviews across your platforms to help build your credibility. So I felt like this 12-week business startup program did a great job of walking me through everything I needed to do in order to get started. All right, next up is Monday.com. CCF utilizes Monday.com to easily keep you accountable for accomplishing all of the weekly tasks. This system helped keep me on task from week to week and ensured that I continued following up with items such as waiting for the logo and branding to be finalized without letting anything fall by the wayside. Fuck. They also had additional videos filmed using Loom in order to expound on how to accomplish specific tasks during the week. There was a video that had walked me through creating my first Facebook advertisement seamlessly, which is a somewhat complicated task, and I have never used Monday.com before, but I think it was the perfect application for this. All right, the next piece of the Create Cash Flow puzzle is to build a website to generate wholesale leads passively using Investor Carrot. Now, Ryan recommends Investor Carrot, and I agree with him. I actually had purchased 2 domains to build Carrot websites with like 2 or 3 years ago, and I planned to build these websites as I got closer to exiting the military, but I was already sold on Carrot from other real estate investors that I had been networking with. Ultimately, I ended up buying a 3rd domain for this website because I went with a different company from name from the originally planned ones that I had domains for, but I went with Freedom Properties. Now, Investor Carrot is a awesome website that allows you to build credibility within your market and rank high enough on Google that people will find your company when they're looking to sell their home. So I wrote a comprehensive review of Investor Carrot on my blog a few weeks ago, and I'll be sure to link down below so you can check that out if you want a lot more information on that company. I've gotten several leads from Carrot, and I'm about to close my first deal passively from this website, which is awesome. Next up is Ballpoint Marketing. Now, Ballpoint Marketing and I are going to be doing business together for a long time. I've made a full review of this, but Ballpoint is the best direct mail marketing company that I've ever used. In the last 6 months, I've purchased and launched around 8,000 Ballpoint mailers, and from these, I've purchased 3 homes, 79 other units via apartments and hotel, and I've wholesaled some deals and just done a lot of crazy stuff through these direct mailers. Now, am I saying you're going to land a hotel and some apartments through direct mail? Probably not, but I'm hooked. Huge fan. Now, the reason Ballpoint is so effective is that they look like handwritten letters. They have very eye-catching letters, which increase your open rate dramatically. And I could go on and on about how much of a big fan I am of Ballpoint Marketing, but I already did in another video and article. So, check down below and I'll send you that way. Next up is Call Porter. And Call Porter has been an absolute game changer for me. Call Porter is the call center that Ryan built for himself, which was so successful that he scaled it into a full business because people were asking for his help. So he provides Create Cashflow members a discounted rate, and for the amount of time it saves me, it is totally worth it. When somebody calls me on the phone, or when somebody calls the phone number on my direct mail, a Call Porter rep answers the phone, they screen the call, input their information into the CRM, and they even schedule a seller appointment using my Calendly link so that it just pops up on my schedule, which is awesome. Not only do they do all that, but I can listen to the recorded phone calls. It's wonderful, right? And because it's my Calendly link, I can pick when those calls come in and I can schedule them around my schedule, which is huge for me. So this allows me to drop letters in the mail, sit back, twiddle my thumbs, and wait for seller appointments to appear on my calendar. Then I simply jump on the phone, schedule a time to walk through the property or have one of my partners walk through the property, and then we write them an offer. It's that simple. And for somebody like me who doesn't have time to take those phone calls or really just doesn't like unscheduled inbound phone calls, this was a game changer for me. I will probably use this call center forever. REsimpli is the glue that holds my entire lead generation business together. If it wasn't for REsimpli, I would not have a way of keeping tabs on all these leads. So REsimpli is a customer relationship management tool or CRM software that helps you track, follow up, and communicate with your leads. I even landed a deal 5 months after actually contacting somebody simply because the REsimpli automatic follow-ups, the system that I set up because of Ryan and what he recommends, just kept sending them text messages, and when they decided to sell, they called me. Now, it's very easy to use this CRM because it is built specifically for real estate investors. It has everything that you could want built into it. So take advantage of REsimpli's free trial, check it out. I put a link down below. I've also done reviews on this in case you can't tell I like all these platforms. Next up is Slack Gold. Now, the real meat and potatoes of the Create Cashflow coaching program is their incredible Slack community, the one that Ryan's built. So if you're unfamiliar with Slack, it's an app or web device that allows you to communicate with a group of people while incorporating channels for different conversation topics. So like you could have a business topic and then a multifamily topic, a marketing topic, whatever, and people can just talk through there. So Slack makes it easy to facilitate conversations, and after seeing how Ryan has it set up, I immediately implemented it in our mastermind group because I loved it. Now, Ryan and his team have 3 calls every week, including business calls, negotiation calls, guest speakers, and many others. The Slack channel has an incredible amount of participation from the members of CCF, not only Ryan, his mother, his brother, and his team, but extremely active other members in the Slack group. right? So that's awesome. Anytime that I have a question, I simply ask in the proper Slack channel and inevitably receive solid answers. One time I even asked a question that was previously answered, and one of the members just directed me to that comment section, and I was able to watch a video on it, which really helped answer what I needed for that specific deal, right? So I love this Slack channel, and honestly, the Slack channel alone might be worth the price of admission to CCF. And I look forward to making it on a lot more of the group calls as soon as I'm out of the military and actually able to fit it into my schedule and be on those calls. Here's the big question. Is Create Cashflow right for you? So Create Cashflow is right for you if you're serious about scaling your real estate business and ability to source off-market deals. CCF isn't free though, so the cost of CCF, depending on how you opt to pay for it, you should expect to pay roughly $10,000 to $12,000 per year. You do the math, that's about $1,000 a month. On top of that, Ryan recommends a marketing budget of at least $3,000 a month. Now, I know this may seem daunting at first, but it does you no good to pay for access to this community and then only send 100 mailers, right? You're going to want to send a large volume of mailers and really flood your market if you're serious about buying deals. Don't worry, your business will grow to earn you more money than your marketing expenses. Now, that being said, you need to be prepared to fund your business for a few months before you start seeing profit. I have personally seen Ryan recommend a couple of my friends hold off on buying or joining CCF because they weren't ready for it, which I think is awesome. Think about how many gurus would tell a client not to buy into their program yet, right? Like that's the kind of caliber that Ryan is. And so I stated in the beginning, Ryan is very down to earth, and he absolutely has your best interest at heart. So I'm a huge fan of this program. I hope this helped answer your questions about Create Cashflow coaching program. I look forward to seeing you in the Slack channel if you decide to grow. But if it's not the right fit for you, hey, no worries. I just wanted to give this review so that people could understand. So again, just to reiterate the important piece here that everybody cares about, you're looking at 10 to 12 grand a year, plus probably a $3,000 a month marketing budget to really get the best out of this program. If you have $20,000 laying around, this program could very, very, very well pay for itself very quickly. I mean, I've made more than that in the first few months, and it's just going to continue growing for me. I've learned a ton through this. I've landed a freaking hotel. Hands down, from my perspective, very worthwhile to join this program. That being said, you have to make that decision, and risk aversion and comfortability. Don't swipe your credit card and like go all into debt. Like, make the right decision. If you need to save up for it a little bit, do it. If you need to just check out some of these platforms on your own and kind of get your feet wet, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing guru-y about this. Ryan will tell you if he doesn't think you're right for his program yet, and he'll help you get on the right path. He genuinely wants the best for you. So anyway, this is my review. Hope it helped. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click that little bell so you get notified of new content. Have a great day.